Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today we are back in automation with our release candidate campaign testing run. And so far things have been going pretty smoothly, only discovering some minor UI bugs that easily could be classified as like who cares. But of course that's not how most players see it if they run into these, especially, actually that's a fun little thing. Most do see it as that, like who cares, as long as the frequency of those occurring and the just total number of them is low enough that you can just ignore them, right? They won't be in your face all the time, then it's fine. The game can be buggy as, but it doesn't matter. And these bugs that we have found there in the last episode, in the 40 minutes we played, that is probably alright. But still, when you find them and they're easy to fix, let's fix them. So yes, Nuremberg Limited is what we are playing with, and I'm going to continue right there. What did we do last episode? We set up a beautiful new project, and that is indeed going pretty well. We're simulating a medium difficulty run at higher than medium difficulty. Medium factory start with presses and everything. Just see how the awareness pans out, how the markets are going to react. We have started in the best region of the world, which has the largest market available to it. That is Helvetia, even though this one says Gazmir. This is not Gazmir. And that means we can sell into Gazmir, into Helvetia and Florinia right from the start. Very powerful. And now, I think it is time to progress, so I shall see you there. First up, set up some marketing. Oh yes. Oh, have you seen these buttons? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so we talked about them at least. I think they weren't in the game last time we checked. But yes, so let's set up our marketing for Helvetia. And let's go with 2 drivability, 2 comfort, and practicality, yes, because we are in the family segment, right? So let's go for 3 practicality. That is, how much it cost? The tooltips are on the way. Yeah, but if we put the tooltips there, then that's annoying too. So I would want to see that number at the same time. Yeah, that's a little annoying. Wouldn't know how to best solve this unless you put... Yeah, I know, okay. You would put into this tooltip the individual cost of that item. Then you get around it, because then the total isn't as relevant, because you still kind of see it there. Yeah. Oh, and if you don't move your mouse, it actually stays down. So that's already working pretty nice. That's good. Utility marketing. Yeah, we do have some utility vehicles in there. So let's do this and then copy it all. And there you have it. Gazmir, Helvetia and Florinia. Very nice. And there we can also go for some reputation marketing. That's expensive. Copy it all. Yep, that's a few million there. Okay. Maybe lower this by 1 and lower this by 1. Yeah, that's better. Do we have anything in the special marketing categories that we really want to market for? We don't have a convertible, otherwise I would be picking that one. Top speed, definitely not. Nope, there's nothing there. So we're looking at an awareness increase per year of 2.32% there. That's massive. That's the highest. 2.38. But around the 2% mark. That's really solid, because we're 3 years before our car comes out. And that's a long time. So this will be at over 10% at that point. Oh, one thing I forgot to check there. Sorry. Here in Gazmir, we're starting at 3%. Okay, and Florinia as well. Alright, solid. Now, research and development. Considering that we have so much cash, I should probably start focusing a little on that. And I wanted to show you something as well. Because we've just implemented some balancing in here. Look at this. Research is no longer just research. It depends on which category you go into. The lab costs are all the same for, like, 1 point is a certain amount and it escalates. But you see that engine architecture, which is now so important, that allows you to add quality to your engine family. That is now massively more expensive than bottom end, which you rarely would use. It helps. There's some nice bonuses there, but it's not much. So, and it doesn't give you direct power. Well, this one does, and it gives you loads of other things as well. So yes, lowered the overall costs per point by 5k. It was 25k throughout the range before. And now have multipliers from 1 to 4 for these individual categories. And that is also something that needs to be balanced out, but I think this just previously was completely unbalanced, and now it's probably ballpark right. There might be a few things that are not. For instance, Martin and I just discussed that maybe aspiration needs to have a multiplier too, because the effects are actually pretty powerful once you get there. But the counter argument would be, well, you don't have superchargers from the start just yet. That's 4.3, right? So right now this is actually pretty weak because of that. And when you are getting into this in the 70s, you want to run turbochargers, or slightly before then. At that point you have other research already, which makes this one, adding this one, quite expensive in terms of lab costs. So it's not as, yeah. But you see, there's a lot of considerations around the balance of each point. But I think overall this one is probably the strongest. Second, fuel system. And here on the body side, or on the car side, interior includes entertainment. And that section, or interior especially also, gaining familiarity there is extremely powerful. And then leveraging that with quality is extremely powerful. So this one just needs to be very expensive. Maybe even needs to be up to a multiplier of 4. What we shall see in playing this. For now, I'm just going to set them all back to 0 and then choose what do I want for my cars. What are we even going for? Like a generalist approach? Trying to make everything? In that case, I would probably want to go for body and fuel systems. Yeah. Expensive? Oh wow, yeah, you can see that. It's like you have to... Yeah, level 4 of body is cheaper than level 3 of fuel system. That feels good though. So, 3 in body. Drivetrain is also slightly more expensive. We do want some of that. And maybe some engine architecture. Another interesting approach is that when you are getting up to a large set of branches that you are exploring, that you are researching in, that it becomes more favorable to pick the ones that are the highest cost, that give you a lot of bang for the single point, because that will keep your overall lab costs down. Oh, this I didn't expect it to be that deep, but it turns out to be that way. That's good. Emerging complexities, I love them. So here we have something else. Then interior, also expensive, of course, but safety might be one, and it's cheap. Yeah, let's go for the cheap safety. Total R&D costs 1.337 million per month. I would hope, but not quite. Is this all? Yeah, it's fine. Back to there, and now we have about-ish 1.3 million marketing and about-ish 1.3 million in terms of research and development per month. For a company of that size, somewhat reasonable. Maybe even a little low, but as long as you don't have income, you probably need to be a little conservative what that concerns. But here, one other thing that I tweaked, I think I said it in the first episode, is that the volatility, the market volatility has been decreased. So medium now is a little bit more reasonable. And finally, off we go. It is signed off. And we can just continue on. How much are we selling? Nothing! And why is that? Well, it's just too far in the future. No one cares about your car that is coming out in 3.5 years. Not if it's a utility vehicle, at least. Revenue, very small. Yes. And very big expenses. What is our... Oh, that's just interest? Because we have so much money? Wow. Oh, sales are starting for the Sport, of course for the Sport. And now the Family Premium. We should see these come in later. They have a larger market appeal in general, but they are not as prestigious. So there you see the sales coming in for the Family Premium. That's the name of our model. That was not the best choice for a model name. Oh, we're starting to be on the parabola for our sales. This is going up. It's going up rapidly. And look at the pie chart grow. Yeah. Oh, that's looking pretty cool. Nice. Alright, now, boom. It's tiny again, because in relation to the car factory making cost, this is nothing. Whoops. But still looking good. We are just making negative 23 million, so we could go 10 months at this rate. But wait, it gets worse. There, 35 million. But now we are making loads of sales already. Whoa! Remaining pre-orders, 8,100. We are... Oh damn. We are 7.69 nice months in the hole for car production. That bodes well for our profits, but I mean... Oh, yeah, and look at the economy graph. Doesn't that look a little bit more in line with what you'd expect? I mean, this is not 2022, right? So, yeah. Anyway, also build quality is up. Oh, that's right. We do have some issues here with the staff. Staff employed is just 34%. But I want to have 1 month tick to see the effects here. Wow! Now the pie is back. Yep, with a vengeance. And we delivered. Oh my god, we went further into the hole. But maybe... this one... No, has this one caught up already? Are we still limited? Because that looks like a lot of production, really. Ah, there you go. Factory shifts, I've let it take 1 more month. Factory shifts limited. Engine production is causing underproduction. Yeah, that's what we see there. Staff employed is just 57%. And now we should check out the markets and see where we are selling. Demographic sizes, no, monthly sales data. This is to all regions. Let's just focus on Helvetia for now. And that is... let's tick this one on. Yes. Could be selling a lot more, it looks like. 20% of our available market share. But overall, very, very nice spread throughout the categories. We do see the need for a delivery and for something that is a bit more convertible than what we have. Market awareness. Oh yeah, that's what we wanted to check out. Here, about 9-ish% for Gazmir. And there we have 11% for Helvetia. And we are also at around 9% in Forenia. This is also such an important view now in the market info, because the competitors are not insane anymore, and you actually get a pretty decent understanding of where your strengths are. So desirability, so that's the pure desirability, not the affordability of your cars. Your best trim suited to each of those is plotted here. So our best trim in the family premium segment scores 114% normalized desirability. That's very high, and you see it, that's actually the best one that we have. In the family utility segment, we are also very strong. The pure utility with our little thing there is at 92%, also still very good. But that does mean that there are better alternatives, or at least, the more desirable alternatives. Not better, necessarily, because they might cost more. In Helvetia, we're also seeing that we're slowly increasing in the main categories where we're selling in terms of dealership size. And in Gazmir, we're increasing faster because we're starting from a lower point. For those sales that we're generating there, the dealerships are like, or more dealerships are picking up on this and like, yeah, we do want to sell those cars as well. Ooh, and especially in, Fruinia is loving us. Look at this. Well, the sports car buyers are loving us. Monthly sales data. Yeah, we're selling the Sport into there. Oh, we are selling more and more. Selling more and more. And we're just not reducing the number of cars in that are on hold or that are ordered but can't be delivered. Yeah, that's not great because we do need to start a facelift. Once we get the exhaust reverse flow option, yeah, then this is not required. 2 shoes, way too long to wait. Safety standard 50s, not needed. Oh, there is one thing though that when facelifting, we're going to see it. That is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing it myself because that would be the first time seeing it. Let's see. There's something with familiarity going on there. There. Okay. 0 taxes have to be paid because we had that massive ouchies right there. But going forward, that massive ouchies is going to disappear and we have to pay massive amounts of taxes. I also like how much more reliable this sector or this segment of the UI is now. It's not jumping around wildly, and it actually was jumping around randomly before, which made it very inconsistent and not really usable, and now it's pretty solid at displaying what is needed. So, facelift time it is! Let's get into our premier model. New facelift, yes. And we're going to call it the Gunnel. It has received its final name. And let's get into this one first. Updated in general. Probably should start out with the engine, in fact. Let's go out of there again into this one. And then make a new engine facelift. And activate both of these. Yes. Now let's see what we can do. Probably not much. But this one is the family, and yeah, looking good. Triple carb still, and this one actually had a +1. And we do have +2 in tech pool now, yeah, well that helps. You can see very nicely the modifiers there now. That is quite helpful. So you see at this we're still just below what it would be there. This is looking very solid. Let's go at +3. We do have enough leeway. We can just continue producing this for a fair amount of time anyway, because we have so much backlog for our cars. They are selling so quickly, so that's fine. But yeah, +3 quality will help in general. And there you go. Whoa. Yes, okay, that's a lot of familiarity right there. Triple carb. Eco carb. 18.5%, 12%, 12%. That is a lot of familiarity. How does it look for the top end? Well, none doesn't help us much. For bottom end, 18%. So we did get 18% due to our settings. Don't have anything for reverse flow just yet. And that will hurt us a little. But wait, going to do it. There, up, up, up. Yes, that's good. Does add some power back there because we are getting rid of some of the back pressure that these generate. Some added performance up there, but everything else is suffering. Oh well, that's fine. And now for the Sport. What can we do? This is still a very sporty engine. I want to see the graph. Yeah, can we optimize this further? Probably 45 cam would do better. Can put in a little bit more compression, and springs and lifters doesn't help us much. A little bit. But the +3 to fuel system certainly helps. And we're going with one reverse flow muffler instead. Still looking good. Header side, everything here is in order. Carbs are slightly small, maybe. Let's just make them... Oh no, it wasn't the carbs. It was the intake manifold, slightly large. So there you go. Does it cut too much? It's better like this, at least. Yeah, now let's go proper. Sacrifice a little bit of performance for more of them talks, yes. Engineering, how's this looking? Oh, right, we pulled down the pressure to 0. That's why we had so much familiarity gain there. Yeah, and you can see what that does. That's big now. It's basically within this first engineering, we reached values that otherwise are kind of mid-game-ish for some of the familiarities. So that will have a much higher impact. 17 months. What are we going to aim at? Well, total 7, but... Oh yeah, okay. That's for the engine. That's for the car at the moment. But we haven't changed the car yet. So I'm just going to leave that be for now. And... head back now that the engines are updated. And go into the various trims and update those. Automatic might be a thing that we want to use. I think so, yeah. Comfort really goes up. Drivability stays the same. And prestige slightly up. And that's because, well, that's an automatic in 1950. So yes. Maybe probably for... yeah, they do start at a lower comfort rating than later on. That is already a progression. So a modern automatic is even more comfortable than such an old one. But maybe that one shouldn't be as much more comfortable over a manual. But they are much more balanced now with this balance than they were before, where the automatic added lots of drivability. Our premium radio should have... Oh, luxury radio has come down in price a lot. It's just $500 instead of like 800? Was it 750 or something? And we now do have 1 point in tech pool. So let's use it. And let's press that button. Why don't we see it here? Why isn't that safety one working? 15% for that. And we do have 12%. And we do have only 1.7%? That seems a little low. Why is it so low? I was more thinking around like 5-ish%. But I would have to look at the synergy matrix again, which is way too hard to read. But yes, so this seems a little low. Let's make a note. I am going to engineer that one though. Probably not at full, but rather like this. That seems pretty good. I think this is this must be factoring in Or is it? Is it factoring in this correctly? So production units should be lower, and engineering time should be lower. Yeah, this is escalating in costs correctly, and this should be pretty linear down here. Yeah, pretty much is. Okay. So with that tech pool, we are getting the advanced 50s pretty cheap. Just 21 months instead of the 32. The family utility, we just let it be like this, but we are going for... Do we want to? Is it making that one better? 112? Still 114. Okay, no, it's making them worse. This is not required. But we do get into several other categories this way. So maybe we do want that. Yeah, it's just making it a little broader. But on the other hand, we do have our utility vehicle, so we don't necessarily need to. Can make the utility but some of them don't like pickups. It's difficult. Okay, let's go with the manual locker. We're going with the 4x4 version for our actual utility build. And a +1 in quality there. Did we set that for the other one? Let's check on the map. Let's head over here. Does it work now? Does it drop us off at the correct tab? It does. Nice. Finally working. And it sure has the fit of a family utility, as you see there. Very green. But now for the proper utility. Let's update this one. We do want to go for the 4x4. And not automatic, but no, and manual locker there, yes. Keeping in line with that. Engineering time actually going down. 1 in this one. Still keeping it at the premium, or do we want to go luxury this cheap now? Oh, it's just for 2 seats. Oh, right. Now, let's keep it cheap. And I forgot that we wanted to switch to advanced 50s. So let's do that again. Go to the utility and just quickly correct that. Nope, not more like this, but like this, yes. And finally, the Sport, also known as supercar, with very poor price perception. But you have to give it credit, that's some nice stats right there. Not supercar stats, but certainly a lot more sporty than the rest of our lineup. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the luxury interior, or at least this one, giving some more prestige. It's just engineering time. Oh yeah, well, +1 there. Still, engineering time 9 months, that's fine. And advanced 50s. Getting some more safety right there. Very good. Lightweight, yeah. 1,043 kilograms overall. And weight distribution. Do we want to tweak this a little? Oh yeah, you can fine-tune the steering graph so nicely with this. Something like this, maybe? Maximum sportiness, 19.4. Yeah, you can see what segments we are aiming for. But now, let's set up the factories. All that was good. Ooh, that takes a while. What is the culprit here? Safety is no, about equal. That's fair enough then. Alright, do we want to spend 30 months? No, but not much of a choice. We've already upped the pressure and funding, and this is taking a while. Alright, fair enough. Plenty new technologies in there. That means we can further optimize our engine. 30, exactly. Very good. Wow, we've dropped the price of the engine production significantly through this facelift. And probably because there's less slowdown now, because our workers have gained experience. Oh yes, this does look pretty good. we do have... Well, okay, yes. This is when you're not used to having to deal with large factories and presses, then you might be surprised that the minor tooling costs are enormous, because those dies that they are made with for the stamping, they are horrendously expensive. And if you want to switch out those and renew them, yeah, that's going to cost you. That's the case here. But it sure looks like we would have to upgrade our margins. Or just try to grab a bigger factory. Maybe we should upgrade. Yep, so let's go pretty big with this one then. We are going with a level 3 here. It's 91 million, that's fine. And that makes a lot... Ooh. Yeah, okay, we can run one shift right away, but it takes a while to 2.5. So that factory was already a medium 2. That means probably have to go for a large 1 if we wanted to properly upgrade this one. That's scary though. How long does that take? 12 months? Yeah, that's massive. It's still massive. That's a long time. And a large phrase, but that still takes 9 months. That cost though. Wow. Yeah, that hurts. We do need a large 1 for our engines then as well. That's another 300 million. Let's see what our creditors think about this proposal. It does make the engine significantly less expensive. And by then we also should have enough familiarity to be able to push this through. But yeah, this is expensive. Oh, and there you have it. Whoa. That's what? Pure mass production. This is almost getting a little too inexpensive. Let's do this forecast calculation. Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, 850 million in profit after 5 years. I think our creditors will be looking at this plan and thinking that, yeah, that this sounds like a good one for me. So, let us have a look. A+. We can get that amount of loan? Indeed we can. And let's pay it off by 10 years. It's like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this anytime soon. Those payments are going to be massive. Ooh, yeah. That is, I mean, 118 million each year. I hope we do make up for that. But this is looking like a scary project, but I think a good one. So 8.8%. Okay, that doesn't look too good. Yeah, they sure are trying to drag everything they can out of me. That is 471 million in loan interest amount. 187 like this. Can we pay it off like this? In just 3 years? No. They said we would be making that amount of cash within like 72. 72 would be 6 years, so that should be safer, but that's 300 million. Sign it off. What could possibly go wrong? Yes, that's like everyone thinks when they are getting a mortgage on their home. And let's see. Can we grab enough inventory to then? Oh, this bug still hasn't been fixed. Yeah, it's still on our list. Then when you come out of here, this one is all zeroed out and you don't get sales graphs. And oh no, the sales graphs are there. But these stock numbers aren't there when they are negative. So let's see. Massive amounts of profit still. And we don't get rid of this. What we do need is enough stock to fill this gap. So not only do we have to somehow close the gap, we also need to fill this one. So how do we do this? I think I know of a solution. Let's go in here and just get some more margin. Okay. Pre-order change. As you see, we're going to lose some pre-orders. That is fine. And we're going to sell less and hopefully build up a bit of a stack. So accept this. And now, 1 month. Did they actually go down? Yes, they did. But it's not going down. We're still outselling completely. I need to ramp up the price again. Oof, okay. Calculate forecast. There, come on. Yep, well. Accept this and let's go. Oh, what was going on in the prognosis? In the forecast there? That looked a little wonky. Let's go here again. Let's take a look. This is... Oh, that's the actual so far. Right, we've just entered the second year. Now, please, can you go down? Yeah, okay, slowly but surely, but that is not enough to fill these, is it? Well, that one, yes, the Sport. We have a problem here. It's a big problem. Oh, man. Everyone wants this. Oh, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Holy shit. Okay. That is a big usability issue. That it just ignores your commands when it is currently calculating. That's not something that we can fix that quickly. So now we are out of cash complete. Oh, out of cars completely, apart from the Sport. Well, the Florinians will be happy. But yeah. Anyway. Alright, something that will help us is that we are going to... Oh, I could have done that. Could have upped the pre-order deposit requirement to help us out with some of those costs. Yeah, we are selling a fair amount. That is, of course, just what is above that red line. And now, let's see what happens. Whoa. Wow. Okay, how much are we going to deliver now in that first month? Let's see. Family utility, that was that one. Why is it saying, oh. Oh, there we found a bug. Okay, it did deliver these. Or did it? No, that's new orders, right? It's probably new orders. But not deliveries. So these are deliveries. Okay, yeah, we haven't delivered a car yet. We've just started production, so it's not a bug. Alright, so one month tick. And stop. Yes. 8,000 cars. That's a lot of cars. What does our market awareness look like at the moment? 17%? Yeah. And our marketing budget is just puny in comparison to what it should be. Loan repayment, 12 million per month. But overall, this is looking rather reasonable. Let's head in here again. See what happens there. Okay, this one loads. This one, the Sport there. Yeah, why is this one in here? Do we still have stock of this one? Alright, changing these margins once again. Calculate the forecast. Let's see if that goes any better. Yep, yeah, that's upped. And we also get less of those stock months remaining. Oh yeah, we did have some more stock for the Sport. So that one is now gone. Let's see how it deals with once we have delivered everything. Does it lower production pretty well then? I don't know, it adapts around it. Still massive amounts of sales. The car factory is working 2 shifts at the moment. Don't know what we set as target. Let's see. So target shift is 1.5. And it is choosing to work at 2 at the moment. Engine factory needs to work at 1.4. That seems about accurate for the split in difficulty, that graph that we've seen before. Ah yeah, now it has lowered the number of shifts. because it doesn't need to produce as many. Just checking the company finances to see how insane that is looking. No, it's not too bad. The loan repayment is a somewhat manageable portion of it all. But now just one final thing to check here. In the marketing, or rather, well, not the marketing. In the markets. What are we selling? Let's see, there. We do have a market share of around 2.5%. That's not bad for a starter company. The dealerships have grown significantly now. Let's see how big they have become here. Whoa! Yeah, they have grown a lot. They started at 1. Now they're at up to 3.1 as a maximum. Although these segments just have become available, it seems. In... yeah. Okay, it's just here, so I had that one in there. And in the sport, we do have plenty as well. So the dealerships are growing reasonably fast along with everything else. Here we started out with 3, and we have outgrown our awareness as well as the dealership levels already. At least with these big factories, but that's to be expected. Company bubble. What? Oh. We're not making good cars, are we? That seems a little odd, considering that we have some pretty competitive stuff in here. Desirability. We do have very competitive stuff in here. That would be another thing to put on the list to check. And let's make a save there. We've been pricing ourselves out of the market, it looks like. Yep. Anyway, I think we're leaving it there. This has gone pretty smoothly. And the factories have worked and so on. It was as expected. Yeah, considering how close we are to actually launching this, I think that this was the last one in the testing series of the campaign. And then what is up next is to make a proper one. But what is a proper one, you might ask? Well, of course, I'm planning the fastest car in the world challenge, where we set out to produce probably going to do 1 model per decade. That is going to be facelifted over and over again. And that one always needs to be breaking the fastest car in the world that was in real life history. And that means that we need to, with our first model of the new decade, have to beat that fastest top speed that was achieved during the whole decade. And that's to add a little bit of extra challenge there. And with the new engine designer mechanics, that should be a little bit more challenging in general. And the aerodynamics changes and everything. So that should be good. Should be good fun. And I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.